You know, I really feel your story because
social capital is very important.
It's a very similar story to mine. Because that's, you know, that's the same thing when you are sick.
Yes.
And then on top of that, there are also certain people that God sends your way who you never thought of and never imagined you were even valuable to.
Exactly.
They suddenly show up.
And they sort you out.
And they say,
there's a guy called Ken Obimbo. I must mention Ken Obimbo. Ken Obimbo has just retired as the MD of Rafiki Microfinance. He started with Chase Bank. One time we met when he was working with Coca-Cola. He's an engineer who became a finance man. In fact, I usually tell him he probably took my job away. That's why I didn't become an MD of some bank. Anyway, he was my schoolmate. But completely different. He was the quiet type. He was the games type. He was in every games. He was a super rugby player, super football, anything you name. Yeah. Me, I was just a noisy guy. Basically, you know, just on the sidelines. And over time, we have become so tight that, in fact, he led the class of 78. This is when we left Alliance High School. He led the class of 78 to raise money for me to go to India. And the guys in BCom and my family and, of course, my neighbors. Now, what happened with Ken Obimbo, the specific one? In 2017, now I used to go every July for the annual checkup. You know, the PET, because the PET had not come to Aga Khan here yet. So I'd go every July. I'd put together some 200K, go and do whatever. Now, and then we were planning to, people started talking about organic farming. Ken has some land in Kajiado. We said, why don't we start organic farming there? You know, and it's big land, it's 10 acres. And it's an area which you can sink a borehole and all that. So we said, let's do this. Then, I don't know, at that time, where the scar was, it had started sweating. So I just mentioned to him in passing, and by the way, you know, I've got some funny scars. They are swelling, and he was like, that looks serious. Let me look at them. Of course, with a man, you'll also show him. So I showed him and said, hey, this doesn't look good. I think before we talk about this farming, go to hospital. I told him I have no money. How can I go to hospital? He said, how much do you need? I told him I have no idea, unless I go and find out. So, he told me to go to his office on Monday, Rafiki Microfinance. It's on what is this? The street for baby clothes. What is it called? Biashara Street. So I went there in the morning. He asked me for my ID. I said, Bana, what is going on? He said, just give me your ID. So I gave him my ID. He opened an account for me and put in 300K and processed a debit card and told me go to India and find out how much more you need.